Our next contestant is Michael Larson. Welcome, Michael, from Lebanon, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
And what do you do there in Lebanon, Ohio, Michael?
Oh, I drive an ice cream truck, and but I'm hoping to make enough money so that I can take next summer off.
And who do we have watching at home in Lebanon today, Michael?
That would be my little girl Susie watching, and the most beautiful, prettiest girl in all the world, my wife Patricia.
The most beautiful woman in the world, Michael. You should have warned me.
Where do you guys find these people?
What can I say, Arnold? Crazies come to me. It's a blessing and a curse.
Hey, Paul.
Recording in progress.
Hey, Chris, good to see you, man.
Paul Walter Hauser, it is an honor to talk to you. I'm a fan.
Dude.
You show up, everything you do, you give it your all. Oh my God. Just love this movie. You're the star. Luckiest man in the world. How did you come to this? How did this opportunity come your way?
Thanks so much, man. Love running into you every time we do. We always have a good convo.
Oh yeah.
And we got mutual knucklehead friends as well, like Eric.
Yes.
I happened upon this film because it was sent to me a year before I even did it, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." And my representatives, my agent manager, they're like, "It's not really set up. It's an indie film. Let's not say no, but let's just kind of sit on it and see if it actually gets made." So they came back with financing and an amazing crew a year later, and we put it together. And I just looked at Michael Larson and I thought this is a character I should play, and I know how to play him. And there are things I'll relate to and not relate to. I'll play with both. And I just didn't know how good the cast and crew was going to be. We ended up with we shot it in Bogota, Colombia, South America, and the crew was just indefatigable and so sweet and fun. And like it felt like their hearts were just in it every day in a way that you don't always see. And then the cast that we lucked out because at the time SAG was going through the strike.
Yeah.
And some people were like, "You're jumping the line," but it's like, dude, SAG literally said we want you to make movies during this time to prove that the new proof of concept for how you can make movies work. So we were a waivered film, and we got all these cool people to come play with us, and it felt like, like a little theater company. It was awesome.
It's shocking when you see the real footage of Michael Larson, how much you transformed into looking like him. Did you? You must have seen all those tapes.
I can't take any credit for that. Yeah, I had a really good hair and makeup team that figured out the look and the vibe of him. But I love his voice and like how he takes his time with certain things where he says, "Oh, I drive an ice cream truck," and then when he gets that reaction, it's like he's kind of in on the joke a little bit because you have to be self-aware when you're being deceptive. So he's not self-aware in his characteristics, and yet there is a performance going on, which I found interesting, and I tried to study in the footage of him a little bit.
So many other things are remarkable about the film: the color look, the costume design, the score, which really ups the tension. But your performance, just this guy where we get these layers kind of come off, uh, and there's something going on deeper and darker. What little clues and things did you put in? Like, I feel like we're getting to know this character as the movie goes on.
Yeah, that was a strategic thing we had to pick and choose. Our director Samir Oliveros, he was very particular on when we're going to reveal something. And I would do a take that I liked where I'd be like, "Oh, I just like this line delivery. This is interesting." And he'd go, "Actually, we can't do that because later on we need to see this come out of you." And I'm like, "Oh, like it was helpful to have him commandeering the timeline and knowing exactly when to do what and how to unfurl that those petals, or the onion petals, as it were. I think that the character is hard to reconcile with. I personally don't feel he did anything wrong, but I do think he's being a little disingenuous and saying, like, I'm a family man. This is for my family. It's like, dude, you're not. It's not really about the family. It's, you're like Enron or Walter White or Wolf of Wall Street. These guys are addicted to this thrill, and it's driven by ego. There's something broken in your heart and your psyche that you're kind of chasing after this thing to war against it, even unconsciously. So I think, a lot of these men can claim that they have some greater good in mind, but at the end of the day, a lot of it has to do with ego and a lack of accountability, I think.
Well, that's what's so amazing about the performance is there's these, you don't quite trust him as an audience member,
No.
and the crew, as they're discovering what is it more to this guy, obviously don't want to give anything away, but it works amazingly.
Oh, I'm so glad you thought that, man.
Yeah.
Listen, if for all the actors listening, any upcoming actors, like, if you get to the point where you're blessed enough where, fate allows you to choose projects and you're not just totally scraping by it, look for a director who's got a vision, because Samir really showed up with a full vision, and you felt like he had cooked that meal before. And
Yeah.
sometimes if somebody's kind of still looking at the cookbook, you're kind of going like, oh, this thing might not taste good. Samir, you felt like you knew what you were getting on your plate, and I really like working with first time directors. I guess for Samir, it was more second time. He had done a previous feature that was about 70 minutes. But I like working with people in the trenches and not having everything handed to you. I think it ends up for a really cool creative process.
Well, I'm short on time, but just want to say, congrats on the film. I always, when I see you're in something, I know I'm in for a ride, so I appreciate it. So I love seeing you turn up. Thanks a lot, Paul. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. One question for you before we wrap up.
Sure.
How do you feel? What's your take on Eric Weber? How do you feel about him?
How do I feel about him? He's a little unhinged. He's
Yeah.
for me, like, did you see Magazine Dreams with Jonathan
Uh,
Majors?
I've yet to see it, but I intend to see it. Yeah. Kind of
He's a
that.
little Magazine Dreams, a little obsessed with, like, I keep in shape, but I think he takes it too far. He's a little aggro for me, but I'm being
Yeah.
completely honest.
No, I think the gym selfies have corrupted him entirely. Yeah.
Magazine Dreams, see that movie, Jonathan Majors.
I intend to. He's a very talented actor.
Yeah, yeah. Great, dude. I love seeing you on screen every time. Cobra Kai, from
Thank
Cobra
you,
Kai,
man.
it's just so many things. Just awesome. So
I
thanks.
hope you don't get sick of me. This summer I got a few movies coming out, so
Oh,
Recording
wish me luck.
stopped.
I'll never